Look, I bought you, okay, and I'm not going to be intimidated by a gun. I don't know what that means. What that's referring to. Look, I paid good money for you. Just put the gun. Okay, enough. Okay. Oh. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Orcs for Kings of War Vanguard. The Orcs are, well, they're Orcs really. They're green, they're strong, they like to fight a lot and chop things up with axes and swords a lot. Kind of it really. So the warband ability then. Green Tide, and you need 2 power to use it. Group charge action. Until the end of the turn, all members of the group of race Orc, that's different, each models have a race in them, be it Beast, Basilian, so on and so forth. Gain Crushing Strength 1, or increase their Crushing Strength by 1 if they already have this rule. Which is nice, it just means the lower armour of the opponents in close combat essentially. So the first specific spell, Green Rage, which is short, 12-inch range, 1d8. Target a friendly, non-fatigued, unactivated and unengaged model. If a hit is scored, the model suffers no wounds, but must make an immediate run move to engage an enemy model. A free melee attack will be granted for a qualifying charge action as normal. So basically, you're essentially counter-charging in. Resolve the attack as normal and then mark the model that ran as fatigued, not activated. You still get to do something with them. Before continuing with the caster's turn. If an enemy model cannot be engaged, the target model will walk towards the closest enemy model instead. Which, it's alright doing that, at least gets them closer, but counts them as marks them as fatigued, but not activated, so you could remove that fatigue counter and then do something else, if I've got that right. I can see it having its uses, especially if you use it on maybe a troll or something, but just have to see on that. Next we have God Fuel, which is short. Roll 48. For each 5+ rolled, remove a fatigue counter from a friendly model within 6 inches of the caster. The caster is then marked as fatigued. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, you can remove up to 4, depending on how many 5s you get. Half the time it'll work. It's not bad at all. 6 inch, which usually you've got a long range or it's really short. It's usually about 9 to 12 inch or 3 inch. Something of this in between is a bit different. It's a spell that you need to be close by to use, but when you use it, I suppose that Green Rage you could combo into the God Fueled sort of thing. It's a choice. So starting with the Grunts, starting with Orclings. 10 points, 40mm base. Speed 6, melee 4+, no range stat, armour 7+, nerve 7+, 2 wounds, height 1. It's got Swarm Vicious and 2d8 in melee, none at range. It's just a swarm unit on a big base, sit. 10 points is cheap, but I mean, hits on 4s in melee with 2 dice, and you've got Swarm Vicious, which if you take a fair few, it's not bad. The armour and nerve is atrocious. Yes, but 2 wounds hitting on 4s might be worth punting a few out, I suppose. Next we have the Axe. 12 points, 25mm base. Speed 5, melee 4+, range 7+, armor 5+, nerve 5+, 2 wounds, height 2. Got crush strength 1, 1d8 at range, 2d8 at melee. At 12 points, that's pretty decent. It honestly would be. I'd probably take a few with bows just because it'd be funny to try it out. Can't reach the enemy. I'll try and hit you over there. Bam, damn it. It'd just be funny. I know you've got other shooting stuff you can take that's better, but honestly, it's so bad it'd just be funny. But nah, hitting on 4s in close combat, crush strength 1, armor 5, nerve 5 with 2 wounds for only 12 points is insane. Next we have the Skulk. 12 points, 25mm base. Speed 5, melee 6+, range 5+, armor 6+, nerve 5+, 2 wounds, height 2. It's got Pathfinder, range 2d8, 1d8 at melee, and it's got bow, which is 12-inch range. And again, for 12 points, it ain't bad. Hitting on 5s, which is decent at range. Nerve is 5, 2 wounds for ranged grunt unit, ain't bad. Armor's a bit naff, and melee's a bit naff, which kind of to be expected. Pathfinder does help a fair bit. It's not awful. It's not awful. I'd maybe take a few just to give you a bit of pincushion shooting, I suppose. Next we have the Warriors, starting with the Morax. 22 points, 25mm base. Speed 5, melee 3+, no range stat. Armor 7+, nerve 4+, 3 wounds, Jesus. Height 2, not 3. Crush strength 1, it's got vicious, 3d8 in melee, not at range. Frenzy, needs 1 power to use. Use this ability to gain 2 bonus dice when this model makes a melee attack, but not retaliation. Spend the power before rolling any dice. Cannot be used in conjunction with the normal use of power to gain a bonus dice as for a roll. Honestly, I'd go for the Frenzy and not bother using any other power dice for bonuses on Morax, because that is fantastic. Armour is utterly horrendous, and that is going to be your main problem. It is a glass cannon, but it's hitting on the 3s in close combat with crush strength 1, with vicious, with 3 dice in melee, and a nerve of 4 and 3 wounds. Even with an armour of 7, it's going to take a little bit to chop them down. Next we have the Great Axe. 16 points, 25mm base. Speed 5, melee 4+, range 7+, armour 6+, nerve 5, wounds 2, height 2, crush strength 2, 1d8 at range, 3d8 in melee. 16 points is brilliant. 16 points is brilliant. Armour's a bit better, but still it's not great, but 16 points. It's only 4 points more than a normal axe. Hits and falls in melee, not bad. 2 wounds with crush strength 2 and 3d8 in melee. I think it's still worth a punt on these, to be honest. It's not like the Morax where it's just if you're not shooting them down or stopping them, they are gonna kill you, sort of thing. But I think they're more meant for heavier targets, I reckon. Next we have the Support. There's only one. Yeah. It is the Gore Rider. 24 points, cavalry base. So 225. So it's a 50 by 20mm base, the long ones. Speed 7, melee 4+, no range stat, which is odd considering there's ranged sculpt models for Kings of War. Armor 5+, nerve 5+, 2 wounds, height 3. It's got cavalry, crush strength 1, and smash 3d to melee, none at range. Gore, needs 1 power to use. Use this ability when making a melee attack with this model. The model has the Bloodlust special rule until the end of its turn. However, it gains 2 bonus dice instead of 1 if the target is already wounded, which is not bad if you've got... Well, actually, if you use it on something big, and they've taken a wound, you're getting more dice on it. 3 dice, so you're getting 5 dice for crush strength 1. That is going to hurt a lot. Speed 7, melee 4 plus, 2 wounds, 24 points. It's not bad. Its armour's not bad either, but then again, it's not got the best armour considering it's only light cavalry, but it's still got armour of 5. Armour of 5 is not bad at all. Next we have the large, and it is the Troll. 34 points, 40 mil base. Speed 6, melee 5 plus, no range stat. Armor 4 plus, nerve 4 plus, 4 wounds, height 3. Crush strength 2, pound, regenerate 6 plus. 5d8 in melee, not at range. Vicious swipe. When attempting to break away from a troll, enemy models have a -1 modifier when they make their armor save rolls. Trolls are cheap for what they are, if I'm honest. Armor 4 with a nerve of 4 and 4 wounds, regenerating on 6s or higher. With crush strength 2, 5d8s. And then you've got the vicious swipe, which means if enemies are trying to get away, it's not going to be easy. I'd probably always take a troll if I'm honest. They are devastating. Next we have the Spellcasters. Or Spellcaster because there's only one. God Speaker. 31 points, 25 mil base. Gives 1 white power dice. Speed 5, melee 5 plus, range 4 plus, armor 6 plus, nerve 4 plus, 3 wounds, height 2. It's got the headstrong rule. 1d8 at range, 2d8 at melee. Fireball, which is short, Mindstorm, which is long, and God Fuel, which is short. God Fuel, okay, so yeah, usually you have to swap out spells, but at least the God Speaker has this automatically built in, which isn't bad. 31 points for what it does. 3 wounds, nerve of 4, range of 4 plus, melee 5. It's not bad. Obviously, it's meant for the magic, if nothing else, because it's armour's naff. Let's be honest. Headstrong helps with nerve tests, and given a white power dice, that is fairly decent. Next, we have the command, starting with the Crusher. 34 points, 25 mil base. 1 white power dice. It does Grunt. Speed 5, melee 4 plus, range 7 plus, armor 4 plus, nerve 5 plus, 4 wounds, height 2. Got crushing strength 1, vicious and inspiring for warriors and grunts only. 1d8 at range, 3d8 at melee. The Crusher is not bad at all, hitting in close combat pretty good, good armor. Nerve's not bad and 4 wounds, that's pretty decent. Vicious is pretty good, as well as inspiring for a bit of support option. Don't use it at range, it's not worth it. You could give argument to have Crushers instead of God Speakers, but if you do want a bit of spellcasting options, the God Speaker's not bad. At least it comes with God Fuel as standard. The Crusher's just out there just to smash things and support your boys a little bit, I guess. Next we have the Crudger. 45 points, 25 mil base. Gives you 2 red power dice. Speed 5, melee 3 plus, range 7 plus, armor 4 plus, nerve 4 plus, 4 wounds, height 2. Crush strength 1, inspiring and vicious. 1d8 at range, 4d8 at melee. Savage needs 2 power to do this. If the Crudger fails to kill a model in melee, the enemy model is knocked down. Use the ability after armor rolls are made. Cannot be used on large models. Basically, if he's not managed to kill someone, it goes mad and knocks them to the ground. Which means other models could come in, possibly do a group charge and just crush them to death. The Crudger's just a melee monster. Hitting on 3s in close combat. It's kind of like the Morax, but a bit more stable because the armor's better. Would I take a Crudger over a Crusher? It's 11 points extra. You're getting better melee. You are getting better nerve. You're getting the extra dice in close combat. You're getting the savage thing. I'd probably actually take... I can see a point to taking both. I'd probably go for the Crudger because... Well, no. No, actually, I'd probably take the Crudger, not the Crusher, because For the 11 points, you are getting so much more, I think. So much more. The main weakness you've got to think of is their shooting is pretty abysmal. Yes, they have the skulks, which can do okay shooting, but their armour is a bit meh. Well, the armour of most of the Orcs in general is not great. You do have things to compensate for that. Their speed is not bad. They have a lot of crushing strength. And points wise, they ain't that expensive until you go to the Spellcasters and Command. Other than that, you are getting stuff that's not bad points wise. You've just got to make sure you don't overcompensate from the shooting with having to. Don't go on having too many more axes, because even though they're powerful, they can't take too much damage before they fall, and they are grunts. So even the warriors. Well, even though the warriors, they're going to take so much punishment and then they're going to die. So just be careful on that. So that was it for the Orcs. Goodbye for now.